This poor old woodcutter tells his wife, "Listen, make me some cornbread so I don't have to come home for lunch, and I can just keep working in the forest all day." But the moment he starts chopping wood, out of nowhere, the demon son shows up and steals the bread from his bag. Down in hell, the demon father sees everything and gets mad, so he calls his son and scolds him, saying, "Don't you know, taking without asking is stealing?" As punishment, he orders him to go serve that woodcutter for 3 years. But when the boy goes and tells the woodcutter everything, the old man doesn't get angry at all. Instead, he smiles and says, "It's okay, son, as long as your stomach is full, that's enough for me." Hearing this, the boy feels ashamed. The woodcutter refuses to let him work, so the boy walks a little distance away and starts doing magic. The old man had only managed to cut one tree since morning, but this boy cleared the whole forest in seconds. He piled up so much wood that even 20 oxen couldn't drag it, and then he tossed the woodcutter onto the stack, lifted the whole thing up and carried it home like it was nothing. That wood was enough for the entire village, and the woodcutter earned a ton of money. Next day, they both went to the king for work. The king gave them a huge pile of grain to clean, something that normally takes 100 people months to finish, but the boy just stomped his tiny feet a few times and boom, the whole pile was cleaned and even sorted into neat stacks. The king was impressed and asked, "What reward do you want?" The boy only said, "Just one big sack of wheat." The king laughed and said, "Fine, you can come and take it whenever you want. No one will stop you." Hearing this, the boy ran home, gathered all the old torn curtains and bed sheets, and spent a week stitching them into a massive sack. When they brought it to the palace, the ministers were shook seeing its size. The boy opened it and the servants poured in all the grain, but even before the sack was half full, the entire stockpile was gone. The ministers panicked and told the king, but the king just shrugged. A promise is a promise. He thought no way anyone can lift that giant sack anyway, so he even ordered the old grain reserves to be poured in, but still, it didn't fill up. The boy just tied it tight, swung it onto his shoulder and carried it like it weighed nothing. On the third day, they went to plow a landlord's huge field, a job that usually takes at least 100 workers. The boy grabbed 2 calves from the market, hooked them to a plow, and with a little magic, those calves started tearing through the soil faster than 12 strong oxen. Everyone was shocked and begged the landlord to buy the calves. The boy agreed, but only in exchange for 12 oxen and a basket full of gold. The landlord accepted, but when the farmers tried using the calves, they wouldn't move an inch. The landlord called the boy angrily, and the boy just held the plow in one hand, gave the calves some fodder with the other, and instantly they started running like rockets again. The landlord stayed quiet after that. 3 years flew by, and by the end of it, thanks to that boy, the poor old woodcutter had more gold, grain, wood and oxen than he could have ever dreamed of.